guys, it is Team Lit from... Where are we?
That's not a good sign. We are in Eads,
Eads.
Colorado. And we thought we had been in Kansas a long time ago, but eastern Colorado goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah. And we're still at 4,000 feet elevation, so...
Yeah. I underestimated the map and the dimension of Colorado once we left Pueblo, which is where after we had come down quite a bit of elevation into Pueblo, and that's when you got our last update. Yeah.
Right. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We've had a lot of different things happen over the past 2 days, I think. But I don't know. I'll let you go first, and then we'll get to Sugar City.
All right. So we've been riding the Flatlands now on 4,000 feet, and it has been tough riding. There's been southwestern winds, which when you go east, you kind of get it coming at you. And so biking is tough. We went last night, we did some night riding again. We were going to go
to Ordway.
We were in Ordway at a hotel. Very unfriendly lady. And we don't want to be separated from our bikes. Long story short, we moved on. I don't give money, or I don't want to pay anywhere where I feel like we're not even welcomed. So we went on into the night, some interesting riding past this giant feed factory. I think it was like a cattle slaughterhouse. I don't know.
We're not sure what it was, but it smelled and it was foggy.
Apocalyptic. It was night time. We had to really watch out, of course. So we're going into Sugar City, a place where they used to make sugar from 1900 to 1969. It was the flourishing time of Sugar City. So we're riding into this forlorn Colorado, formerly flourishing, now defunct place. And it is nighttime, and a lady walking on the opposite side of the street yelling at us, "Can I use your phone?" Panicking. We noticed she was barefoot. She was having no shoes, and she was obviously not doing well. Lucas stopped, asked her what's going on, and we let her use my phone. A bit cautious, not sure, is she on drugs, what's going on.
Yeah.
Not afraid, but she was not doing well. So turns out, long story short, she was kicked out. There are no stores, no phones, no bank, no convenience store. There's nothing in that place called Sugar City except a park with a green pasture kind of thing and trees. They watered every night, which we didn't know. We were going to stay there, and so we noticed this woman has no place to go. And she was going to go walk 5 miles, hitchhike, middle of the night. Not safe, not a good idea. So we ended up offering her our tent, and we would sleep outside of the tent, which we did. And Lucas gave up his mat, I gave up my sleeping bag, and so here we are outside laying on the grass, Lucas and I, and all of a sudden the sprinkler system of the city that is working comes on, and we're battling the sprinklers with trash cans and making sure this lady is going to be able to sleep. But we didn't get any sleep, really. It was, I slept on the picnic table in the end. Lucas slept
on the ground.
And I didn't have, I just had several layers on. I had a mat, you know. But it got cold at around 4 a.m. and it was beautiful. A beautiful night, clear
Can't take
skies. But sleeping on a picnic table is just, you know, just not the thing that really works for me at this age.
That's fair. That's fair.
I kind of loved it for a few hours, and then I realized
it was
yeah.
very beautiful. Again, it's just
Yeah.
there was no sleep.
No sleep. What do we do in the morning? You can tell them.
In the morning.
At night we prayed for her, of course.
That's
and,
right.
Her husband was on a burn unit hospital in Denver, trying to arrange something. It was a bit, you know.
It was a crisis.
It was a crisis.
Right. In the morning, our plan was to go to a cafe and have breakfast and kind of figure out what to do, not to leave her stranded. We didn't. I don't know if I would have felt good just getting up and leaving.
No, we needed to
So we
make
wanted
a
to do
connection
something here.
somehow, help her out. Yeah.
Okay, my arms. So, no.
Oh, sorry.
So we woke up and we. What did we do? We walked over to the cafe. Couldn't really sit down. Only took cash, no cards, and so we walked over to the town hall. And in the town hall, you spoke with someone.
Yeah.
Kind of arranged things so that the woman could communicate with her husband in the hospital. So there is a form of communication, and the husband was implying or saying that there would be someone to come get her. So that is kind of how we left her. We gave her the only money that we had.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot.
Wasn't much, but
We
you know,
we hoped that she followed the plan that we kind of set and that her husband had set. Whether she did that or not, we don't know.
yeah.
I'd like to think that she stayed and waited. But part of me thinks that she didn't and did her own thing.
As we were biking into another 60 some miles now to this place here where we're at right now, what's this called?
Eads.
Eads again, yeah. EADS. We were talking about this, and we keep her, kind of confidential in a sense if she ever watches this. But we're talking about how do you really help somebody who is in dire straits, no money, no job, in a place without, she was. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna do any of this. What we talked about. We're talking about what do you do and how do you, Lukas is a budding counselor. So I am a counselor, and so of course we talk about like how does this whole mental health piece fit here, when you have multiple layers of issues coming together with a person in crisis. So the first thing I think that was good to do was just provide safety for her. For the night, so she wouldn't just go out bare feet hitchhiking. We got some some shoes for her, and brainstorming and praying with her, like how could life go on from a point when there is very little to launch from. So, kind of a difficult situation, but that was
our event.
Yeah, and so this is a longer video because we're talking about this, and then today we rode
60-ish miles on long, endless, hot,
unbelievable
plains of
We
Colorado.
thought Wyoming was interesting with tumbleweed as their state flower.
Honestly, there was more things to look at in Wyoming.
Oh my gosh, it was a lush Disneyland in Wyoming. I mean, this leading into Kansas, there is nothing here other than ranches.
I like how we started off our bike ride. Is as soon as we came out of Sugar City, we were just hit by one straight and long road that reached towards the horizon, and we thought, great.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do for the next 8 hours?
Yeah, we were saying, like, what do we do? I mean, we we are not. We have listened to books. We have listened to the New Testament. We talk, but we are used to doing all kind of things on our computers, work. Lucas as a student, projects, things to do, and here we are biking. And I have to admit, it happened a few times. Like, it's not enough for me just to bike. There's something like, I kind of need a little bit more. Probably because there are a lot more things going on. Like, I got work going on, and I'm realizing, if I'm really honest, that I'm falling behind on some stuff. And my boss may hear this, and I am needing to make some decisions, because I'm having a hard time keeping up after 8 hours of biking to do morning work, evening work, and call that a healthy thing. Haha. Mental health, right?
So, and today I was, I don't have the pressure.
How were you doing?
I don't have the pressure that he has. So I kind of make do with other things to kind of keep myself occupied as I bike. But today I was, towards the end, I was really, I was hot because of the weather, and I was frustrated because the wind kept hitting us from the side and head on.
And from the front.
And it was just unbelievably irritating. And my legs, I think mostly because of the sun, because at some point my legs just start to hurt. Not aching pains like you, like the shocks that you feel, but just wear and tear of every day we're biking, so my legs really do feel it now.
Both of our elbows are a little jammed.
And this palm here and the pinky are numb.
Dr. Payeras is going to
have
a cow. Sorry, Dr. Payeras. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we were feeling the wear and tear, and yeah. So.
And may I say, you were not happy those last 10 miles. Normally he's a little bit ahead of me, and I'm just like, we're getting there, and I'm just plugging along. I'm a Flatland rider from Germany, and Lucas is not liking this. So
no, I prefer.
You were angry.
I was angry.
You were angry. Yeah. So, so here we are needing to, look at all these factors. And what's happening is at this juncture, after riding about 2,000 miles, we have good news. We have accomplished the fundraising goal for phase 1, which is $10,000. We're actually a little bit over that. And we just want to thank every donor that gave, whether you were able to give a little bit or you were able to give a lot. To us, it's all a lot, because you give from your heart and from your belief in the cause of mental health and improving mental health within ministries and churches, and helping us get to this launching stage of this open source resource site for pastors and missionaries, which as soon as we can, we will launch that phase, and we'll always keep you updated, no matter what happens in the next couple days, because we're going to be honest, we're having a few doubts on the logistical ability for us to finish, just because mathematically I need to be back for work, and it's going to be quite impossible to get the miles done at this stage, simply because I thought we were going to be able to do some more miles. And wind, weather, and mountains made it difficult to even get a shot at finishing the whole thing. It's very difficult for me to say that, because I'm having a hard time. I don't want to, it is a little bit of pride. But in an ideal world where I have no other obligations, I would say let's just take our time and we'll wing it and we'll get there. And we're gonna have to come to some decisions as to how can this play out. So we have a couple of ideas that we'll present in the next couple of days because we still need to think and pray about it. But hurting butts, hurting elbows, and happy to be in a place that is not a park and not a picnic table today, but we're in a place where we got some air conditioning and some food. That what did we have for breakfast this morning? Pineapple, canned pineapple. It was good.
And Twizzlers.
Yeah, Twizzlers and pineapple. That was breakfast because we had no more cash for that cafe. Gosh, anyways, long update.
Long update, yeah.
Yeah. You go.
Okay. That'll do.